If you're stuck or you're just not moving fast enough toward a goal you care deeply about, there's a reason. And it's not because you need more motivation or you just haven't found the right tip yet. After years of research and coaching over 50 people through big life changes, I've discovered that every goal has 9 core drivers. And if even one is off, everything slows down or breaks down completely. It's so important, it's the reason I built my Goal Smash School community, and I'm going to share it with you right now. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what's holding you back and how to fix it so you can finally get unstuck and make real progress. So let's get to it. Every time you go after a goal, there's one thing holding you back more than anything else: your constraint. If you can find and fix that one constraint, progress gets easier and faster. And once you solve it, a new one takes its place. Fix that, and you speed up again. Do this over and over, and you create a progress flywheel, and success starts compounding. No matter where you are right now, you're always in one of 3 progress phases. In phase 1, you're stalled out and need to get moving again. That's why here, you're going from stuck to unstuck. In phase 2, you're making moves, but momentum keeps stalling. Now, you're going from inconsistent action to consistent progress. And in phase 3, things are working, but not very fast. So you're going from consistent but slow progress to fast results. Now here's the kicker. The solution in every phase is the same. Find your constraint, fix it, and progress accelerates. So let me show you the process you can use to figure out what's holding you back and how to finally fix it starting this week. To find your constraint, you need to understand the drivers behind goal achievement. You see, when everything about your goal, strategy, and execution clicks into place, progress feels effortless. But if even one of them is off, everything slows to a crawl. I call these 3 areas, goal, strategy, and execution, the Goal Smash pillars. Inside each one are 3 Goal Smash keys, the 9 core drivers that determine whether you succeed. Here is how you'll use them to find your constraint. First, you'll go through the 9 keys in order, and I'll show you exactly how in just a minute. For each one, write down your current answer or solution. Then ask, is this good enough to move forward? If the answer is no, because it's unclear, incomplete, or feels off, that's a sticking point and you're stuck. Stop there and address it before moving on, because this is your constraint. If they all feel good enough, then your constraint is whichever one feels the weakest, the least solid of the 9. In this case, you can either take action toward your goal since you're not stuck, or you can fix your constraint to make even faster progress. Now, you don't need perfect answers for your Goal Smash keys. They just need to be strong enough to take the next step. And this is the exact process we use in my Goal Smash School community, because identifying and solving the right problem is exactly how you start making faster progress toward your goal. And right now, I'll walk you through each key so you can start using it immediately. The first 3 Goal Smash keys are all about your goal, making sure you commit to the right outcome for the right reasons. So we started off with the first key, your dream goal. This is the specific outcome you're excited to achieve. It matters because there's no point in doing any of the other work if you're chasing the wrong goal. Make it as clear and measurable as possible with numbers and a target date. Don't say, I want to get rich. Instead, say, I want to build a clothing business that makes $500,000 per year in profit by the end of 2026. But here's something important. You don't need to feel 100% certain that this is the perfect goal. Thinking, this might be right, is good for now. If you keep waiting for the perfect answer, you could waste weeks or even months without making progress. And this goes for every key we'll talk about today. They do not have to be perfect. They just have to be strong enough to take that next step. If your dream goal is clear, specific, and you think it's worth pursuing, that's good enough. If not, that's your constraint. All right, the second goal smash key is your why. This is the real reason you want your goal. It matters because if your reason isn't strong enough, you'll quit when things get tough. It doesn't have to be world changing. It just needs to be honest and powerful enough to keep you moving. Ask yourself why a few times to get to the core. For example, I want a successful business. Why? To get rich. Why? So my family can live comfortably and I feel like I'm giving them the best life possible. Much better. See how that gets much closer to why you actually want it? Once your why feels authentic and motivating, it's good enough. If it's shallow or if it doesn't feel real to you, then that's your constraint. Now, the third goal smash key is your commitment and confidence. Even with the right goal and why, you need to be committed and believe that you can succeed. Why? Because if you're not committed, you'll quit when things get hard. And if you're not confident, you'll never give your full effort in the first place. It's important that you have true commitment. You're not just writing down your goal or telling people about it, although that can help. It's that internal switch where you decide enough is enough. This changes now. It's that same energy people have when they hit rock bottom and finally decide to get their life together. Only you don't have to hit rock bottom to do this. But commitment is only half the battle. You also need confidence because without it, you'll never go all in. It means trusting you'll figure it out, even when it's messy, even when it's uncertain. If you can say, I'm committed to this goal and I believe I can achieve it, that's good enough. If not, strengthen them until you can. The next three keys are all about your strategy, the plan you'll follow to achieve your goal. Because even with the right goal and the right motivation, you'll wander in circles without a clear plan. And the fourth goal smash key is your high level strategy. This is your big picture plan for how you'll reach your goal. It matters because if your strategy is off, no amount of effort will get you there. You'll just be working hard, but in the wrong direction. But the key to this is to keep it simple, because the more complex your strategy, the harder it is to stick with your goal. And the whole purpose of this is to make success as easy and likely as possible. For example, over the last few years, I struggled to lose those last 10 to 15 pounds until I fixed my strategy. Most of the details were already part of my routine, so I kept my high level strategy simple. I kept my workouts and my diet the same, and then I cut carbs at lunch, I drank a 0-calorie Fresca before bed, and I added 500 calories of carbs on the weekends. 3 small changes, that's it. And it worked. So do not overthink it. If your high level strategy feels clear and you think it could work, that's good enough. If not, that's your constraint. The fifth goal smash key is your 3-month game plan. This is where you zoom in and focus on the next few months. This matters because a long-term strategy means nothing without a near-term plan you can execute now. Your 3-month plan should feel realistic, exciting, and worth doing, not overwhelming. Ask yourself, if I did these things over the next few months and hit this milestone, would I be thrilled with the progress? If the answer is yes, that's good enough. If not, that's your constraint. For a little bit of context, my personal 3-month game plan right now is to publish 20 YouTube videos, write to my email list 2 to 3 times a week, be active in my community daily, and get 50 members to join. This will create momentum. And even if I fall short on these numbers, these are the actions that will move me forward the most. Okay, the 6th goal smash key are your next actions. This is what you'll focus on for the next week or two. It matters because without clear next steps, your plan just sits there. But you don't need a massive to-do list. Only the few actions that will make the biggest impact right now. If you're building a social circle, that might be researching local events, joining a group, and texting that new person you met last week. 3 to 5 key moves, not 10 or 20. If these actions feel clear and doable, that's good enough. If not, that's your constraint. All right, now the last 3 keys are all about execution. It's about how well you show up and follow through. Because even the best goal and strategy mean nothing if you can't consistently take action. So the 7th goal smash key is your action habit. This is about how often you work toward your goal. It matters because without consistent action, progress stalls. You don't have to work every day, but you do need a regular rhythm you can count on. If you plan to work on your goal 5 days a week, do you actually show up 5 days a week? Or do you procrastinate, push it off, and make excuses? If your action habit is consistent, that's good enough. If not, that's your constraint. Now, the 8th goal smash key is your productivity. This is about how much you get done when you work on your goal. This matters because showing up isn't enough if you waste that time on distractions. If you go to the gym but scroll on your phone that whole time, that's not productive. If you sit down to work but end up watching YouTube the whole time, that's not productive either. But when you stay focused on the work you set out to do, you're on track. So if your productivity is good enough, move on. If not, that's your constraint. Finally, the 9th goal smash key is your effectiveness. This is about whether the work you're doing is actually moving you toward your goal. It matters because you can be busy but still get nowhere. For example, if you're following your lifting program and you're eating more as outlined in your diet, but you're not getting stronger, something is off. Either you're not doing something right, like you're not lifting properly, or you're not eating correctly, or your strategy is off. And the best way to know is to track the right metrics. Sometimes that's an outcome metric, like how much weight you can bench press. Other times it's a process metric, like publishing a set number of videos on YouTube if your goal is to grow on YouTube. But here's the thing, results can lag. You may not see progress after a month of jujitsu training, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. And that's when you want to use process metrics. And another helpful tip is to lean on experts to judge your long-term progress. So if your work often leads to progress, that's good enough. If not, that's your constraint. All right, those are the 9 goal smash keys. If you can pinpoint and fix your true constraint, everything changes. Sometimes your execution is holding you back. You need more focus, energy, or discipline. But often, the real reason you struggle to execute is because your goal or your strategy is off. I learned this the hard way when I couldn't lose those 10 to 15 pounds. I thought I had an execution problem and spent years trying to solve it with willpower. Turns out, my strategy was wrong. And once I fixed it, progress felt nearly effortless. It's the same with your goal. If it's not truly yours, or you're chasing it for the wrong reasons, you'll hold back no matter how hard you try. It's like an invisible security guard is holding you back every time you try to take action. And that's why this process works. It forces you to check each driver in the right order so you don't waste time trying to fix the wrong thing. So don't forget, if you hit a sticking point, you've found your constraint. But if everything feels good enough, you can either keep taking action and making progress, or you can work on improving your weakest key so you can speed things up. So at any given time, you're either tackling a constraint or taking action. That's it. This is when pursuing your goals stops feeling like such a grind and starts becoming fun and exciting. Okay, let's quickly recap the 9 goal smash keys. Under the goal pillar, you have your dream goal, your why, and your commitment and confidence. Under the strategy pillar, you have your high-level strategy, your 3-month game plan, and your next actions. Finally, under the execution pillar, you have your action habit, your productivity, and your effectiveness. And here's the big takeaway. The fastest way to get unstuck or speed up progress is to find your current constraint, fix it, and repeat that cycle until the goal is yours. Now, If you want personal help applying this to your own goal, so you're not just watching this, but actually living it, that's exactly what we do inside my Goal Smash School community. You'll get my direct feedback to pinpoint your constraint and fix it fast, a proven 30-day cycle where we reset your focus, lock in next steps, and make measurable progress so your momentum snowballs month after month, weekly check-ins so you never drift, daily accountability, and full access to the Goal Smash course with the step-by-step process, hacks to 10x your strategies, and proven ways to execute consistently. Plus, you'll get encouragement, accountability, and recognition from people chasing big goals just like you. If you want to get in at the current rate, join now. The price will go up soon as the community grows. So if you're tired of grinding toward your goal alone, you don't have to. Join me in Goal Smash and we'll work side by side to finally get it moving. Click the link in the description, join now, and let's start smashing your goal this week.